BLUF Gaming here with a quick tutorial about how to sneak into the bunker in the game SCUM that recently hit Steam in early access. It's easier to do this if you have a friend, but if you're by yourself, you can do it just like this. First, go to the southeast corner of the area and watch for the mech guarding this area to look at the entrance to the bunker. He'll turn away, and when he does, you want to run full speed through this hole and hide behind this white building. Now you can belly crawl around and prepare for the next move that we're going to make. If you've been in this area trying to get in already and you've aggroed either of these mechs, their front lights will turn red. You don't want to try this when it's red, it's a lot harder. It's still possible, but I highly recommend doing it when they're not already aggroed. When he turns around here, we're going to run down to the next level and hide again. Finally, one last time, after he looks at the bunker, we're going to run over there and try to go through the door. He quite often spots you at this point, but if you zigzag after you get aggro, you should be okay. The door is slow to open, so if you have aggro, zigzag as the door opens, and you can hide behind the door here. It doesn't fully open. This is helpful for letting other friends come through. You can get out in much the same way. There is another entrance to the bunker on the north end, and I find it's easier to escape through that one. You'll know when you found the other exit from the bunker when you see this downward slope here inside the bunker. That leads you to the exit door. Right here. When you're exiting the bunker by yourself, if you're using this door, wait for this mech to go away, run and hide behind the building on the right. Wait for him to cycle again, and you can run out a hole in the fence on my left over here. Of course, if you get aggro, things might get a little bit hairy, and you just have to make a run for it. But with a little bit of dodging and a little bit of crouching, you should be just fine. If you'd like to see more detail on how to do this and what's actually inside the bunker, just stick around for the rest of the details. Thanks for sticking around. If you're new to BLUF Gaming, BLUF stands for bottom line up front. I get all the key parts of the tutorial right up front before the intro so you can get what information you need and back to gaming as soon as possible. After the intro, where we are now, I give you all the detailed information you want. SCUM is still very early access, and it does have a few graphical issues, particularly when I'm recording, so please forgive the black bars on the side. Now, we're going to sneak into the bunker and get all the yummy goods inside of there. If you've never gone in the bunker before, it's one of the more extensive places to loot in the game. On its face, it also appears to be one of the most difficult to break into, due to two sentries or two mechs that are guarding the yard. If you don't know where it is, I'll open the map now, and I'll highlight where it is, but you should be able to see my little blue arrow in C2 turning left and right. We're going to approach the bunker yard from the southeast corner, and keep in mind, if you have more than one person, if you have a teammate or a squad mate that can help you out, this is even easier. But you can do it alone. So first off, we're going to sneak down as close as we can, hiding behind these rocks to the southeast corner. Keep in mind there may be zombies in the area, and you want to make sure you clear out the zombies outside the fence line before you start trying to go into the fence, because the last thing you want is to have to fight somebody when the mech could possibly see you. So we're going to sneak down behind this final big rock and then we're going to let the mech right here turn away from the area we're at. As we're waiting, actually let's wait another cycle. You see where he's looking now? He was just looking at the bunker entrance, or at least the upper bunker entrance. We'll call that stop number 1. He just turned at stop number 2, there will be a stop number 3, and he'll come right back to the bunker. I guess it's not really fair to call any of those stops except for the bunker, because all he does is turn at the other ones. As soon as he leaves this one, we're going to stand up and run behind this white building over here. As you already may know, there is a second mech in the northern part of the yard. These two white buildings don't generally have very good loot in them. I don't recommend wasting your time. These loot boxes here do sometimes have weapons or other weapon related items such as magazines or ammo, but we're not going to be using those against the mechs anyway, so we're not going to spend too much time here looting. The stuff inside the bunker is far superior anyway. So we're going to let him make his cycle again, and after he's done looking at the bunker and looks away, we're going to run down to the next level. You don't want him to see you early, because once they aggro, they will stay aggroed until they reload. At that point, it becomes very hard to sneak past them. So we're going to stand up, run, and then flatten out. While we're waiting for him, we should be able to spot the other one as well. Just be careful you don't do something silly like climb on top of a box so that you go above the sandbags. You see the other mech on the other end. As I said, there is another entrance to the bunker on that side, and you can sneak in that side as well if you wish. This next part, we're going to be running down, and there's a very large bunker door down that way on the left. It's not the fastest opening door, as it's electric and made to withstand heavy blasts. So you need to make sure you time this perfectly. The sentries generally only see directly in front of them, so what we're going to do is wait until just before he turns to start our approach. We're going to stand up now, go full speed, and run. We've been spotted and are going to die, so we need to zigzag, open the door, and get through. So it wasn't supposed to happen that way. But as you can see, we still got in without getting hit. Anytime you're being attacked by a mech, run left and right like this. This zigzag fashion works very well at dodging the mechs. Now that we're inside, let's take a quick look at the kinds of things we're going to find. If you've been to an area guarded by mechs before, you know that these large containers here often have a lot of clothing and armor, and these often have weapons. Nice, an MP5. I can put that as second and hopefully find some ammo for that MP5 at some moment. Before I keep looting, let me give you a quick tour of the place. It's rather large. There are no enemies inside the bunker, and less of the players have gotten in. Right here is what I like to call the main room. I don't know what else to call it. And from here you can access all the other parts of the bunker. As you can see, there are doors to be opened and more places to go. There's an upstairs, and you were able to see part of the upstairs area right here. There's also a downstairs area as well. There are lots of hallways that go around that give you access to lots of different items you might need. Lots of boxes that could have weapons or ammo in them. And really, it seems almost endless. The great thing about this compared to raiding the airport, for instance, is that you have so much to loot without any fear of interference from any of the mechs nearby. And as I said, it goes on and on. Also, there are a large number of medical rooms and also office rooms. There's even a bit of a central command area, similar to what you would see with a NASA command. If you're curious about whether or not you can kill a mech, yes you can. They can definitely be killed. However, it takes like an incredible amount of ammo, and currently there are no rewards for doing so, so you may not want to waste your resources. What I'd really like to find would be a nice big backpack. I guess that door doesn't open, or I just forgot how to press F. Here's the central command. And this just loops around and comes back to the other door right there. So much loot, so little space. We're back upstairs at the main room. While we have this door here, take a look at how it stops before it fully opens. This is great for hiding and looking around, as both ends of both entrances to this area use those type of doors. You see how it slants down here? This is the area that leads us to the other mech. Before I loot more, I'll go ahead and show you. Since this mech hasn't been aggroed, I will choose to leave through this one. But before I do, I'm gonna go get some more gear. Okay, I think I've gotten just about everything I need out of here, but first, before we leave, let's make sure we go ahead and mark our territory. Oh yeah, wipe that off with your hand there, buddy. Good call. There was one last thing I wanted to show you, and that's there's a new type of container, if you haven't looted these types of areas before, that you need to look out for. These shelves seem to have normal boxes on them here and there, but also look at these small gray boxes here. These generally contain ammo or magazines, so something we want to make sure we check. There are a lot of these shelves with these ammo boxes on them in this room, this main room, as well as a few other places around the bunker, so be sure to keep an eye out for them. Okay, now we're prepared, we're ready to go. Sadly, I didn't find any new backpack down here, but I did get a lot of good body armor, helmets, things like that, as well as an MP5, a shotgun, and there are countless other MP5s and pistols around the ground. I'm actually surprised we didn't find any kind of rifle. We're going to take this other exit out, just in case that first mech is still aggroed. and we're going to wait for the one that's on this end to pass by, and once it does, we'll be running out the door to our right, and we're going to hide behind a building. There we go. Now we just need to find a hole in the fence and we'll be out. So as you can see, you can get in and out of the bunker without getting hurt, even though I aggroed the mechs on both ends going in and out. It's also possible to get in and out without aggroing them, but if you aren't able to, just know where to hide and how to evade and you'll be fine. If you're coming here with a friend, it's much easier to get in and out. All you have to do is choose which entrance you want to use and then get your friend to aggro the mech that normally guards that entrance, luring him away, giving you even more time and freedom to go in and out. I hope this has been helpful for you. Just about any place that you see that has these mechs and sentries guarding them, you can watch and figure out the pattern that the mechs take so that you have the most time to get in and out and do all the looting you need to do. They can't open doors, and use that to your advantage. Be careful, once their lights turn red, they are on high alert, so they will turn and detect you faster than if they're just doing their normal patrol. If you want them to go back to their normal patrol, you may have to leave and let them despawn, or you may have to log out and come back in before they go back to their normal patrol. I hope this has been helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. I appreciate all those. Of course, you can dislike as well, but if you dislike, the next time I see a rainbow, I'll go find the pot of gold and then bury it even deeper. Thanks for watching BLUF Gaming. I hope to see you next time.